I arrive in Birmingham during what must be the coldest week of 2024, instantly captivated by the city's historic architecture. Every original building steeped in a legacy of craftsmanship, silversmithing, and goldsmithing. Upon reaching the Yardoled headquarters and workshop, I learn it occupies the very ground where the legendary inventor James Watt once kept his summer residence. Still taking in the atmosphere, I'm warmly greeted by Emma Field, the co-owner of Yardoled.
Hi Samuel, come on. Welcome to Yardoled.
I enter a workshop as authentic as can be. Its layout a bit like a labyrinth. Each door opens into another fascinating space, another step in the process of crafting Yardoled pens, until I finally reach the office, where I begin to uncover the first wonders of this remarkable place. And I am now ready to discover, with Emma and Alex, the workshop manager, how these incredible pens are made.
We are going to show today the first of 12 to 15 stages of making a Perfectus pencil. We start with our sterling silver tube, which is British silver, which is bought here in the jewellery quarter. And the first stage that Alex is going to show us is cutting the tube to length.
This is how it starts, all the pens and pencils we make. So each pencil will be cut to length. So as you can see with the Perfector has a certain size and diameter. Now this has to be correct for the internal parts of all the pencil parts that you will see going into these processes. This is the cutting machine, and we'll start this process of cutting the tube. Once we finish cutting to length, these are our barrels here. So the barrels have now all been cut to length, ready for the next swaging process. There's the other barrel. So we will typically do 20 or 30 at a time. Then the next process will be the swaging process. And we make sure that we check and double check the lengths are all correct, and also make sure the tube is perfectly round and straight.
So come with us, we're going to go through to the polishing room to swage the cone of the pencil.
Next process will be with Steve here, who will start the swaging process. And now Emma will explain what is the next process and why we do it.
So swaging is going to shape the metal. So our nose cone here is going to be shaped from round to this shape.
Bigger hole for the ball pens, smaller hole for the mechanical pencils.
We've shaped the outside of our pencil now, and we're going to go back into the workshop to make the mechanism that goes inside for our very specific lead for Yardoled, which is 1.1 diameter.
So the next stage of the process in workshop 1, here Garish is going to start making all the internal parts of the pencil. We're making the internal mechanical pencil parts for the Perfector pencil. So as you can see here, the internal spiral and the nose cone and the magazine, where this part here will hold all the leads that go into the pencil. And Garish uses the technique of static soldering.
So now we're in the second workshop room of Yardoled, which is where we have our fly presses. The fly press is a weight which stamps through the silver. Traditionally a clip can be made of it, or actually a fountain pen nib is also made with a fly press. So every yard lead has a unique clip number, and every yard lead therefore has a lifetime warranty. This one is production 8,850 for this Perfecta pencil, and Alex is now going to stamp some new clips for us.
So we're about to punch out the yard lead clips from the sterling silver sheet. This tool in here punches through the silver sheet and creates the basic shape for our yard lead clips.
In the 19th century, Birmingham was responsible for making 3/4 of the world's nibs. It was mainly women that worked in the factories stamping out nibs, and they had to stamp 1,000 nibs a day.
And then I meet Amy, a young, very talented guillocher and chaser that uses a 150-year-old guilloche machine like a seasoned craftswoman.
These are two of our engine turning machines from a plant made locally from 1857. We have two working here today in yard lead. Even though they're regimented lines, no two lines are the same because they're all set up by hand. These machines are so historic that not only do people learn how to engine turn on them, and we have the Birmingham School of Watchmaking coming here to learn, we actually find it very hard to get them repaired because it's very hard to find people that still know how to use and work engine turning machines.
So the last part, the process of creating the Victorian pattern, the Perfecta pencil, the Perfecta ball pen will have the hand finish of the chasing pattern created onto the surface of the pencil barrel. Now these pencil barrels now have had the liners all marked on our engine turning machine, the engraving panel has been marked out, and of course the hallmarks, the assay. Most important thing, every single pen and pencil we produce is sterling silver and it is hallmarked and gives you your guarantee of the highest quality. The hallmark is produced at the Birmingham assay office, literally 10-minute walk down the road, and we have all the hallmarks put on there from our sterling silver stamp, from our maker's mark to the year it was made. Every single pen and pencil will have that produced on the surface. So the next stage will be the chasing, which I'm about to give to Amy.
Okay, so we all have our own pattern, the Victorian pattern that we do. We do them in different size barrels. There's the Grand, Standard and the Perfecta. Each of the chasers will have their own unique pattern, and that's just learned over the years, and it's sort of adjusted to suit yourself really. So yeah, there's me, there's Alex, and then there's the people that came before him. He would have trained him as well, and everyone has their own style.
And how are you going to do the pattern? Do you have, like, are you following a specific drawing on the pen, or how does it work?
No, so we have our pattern in our head and we just build it up until we like the look of it, and then we're finished.
The Perfecta Victorian pattern, we will hit that between 1,500 to 2,000 times. The Grand Victorian will be hit between 5,000 and 6,000 times.
I mean, how long does it take you to create a Perfecta or a Grand?
So to chase the Victorian pattern on a Perfecta, it'll be roughly about 40 minutes, and then on the Grand it'll be about an hour and a half.
This is where we number every single clip. So as you know, every yard lead has an individual clip number, which is written here. We do them in batches, so I won't set it up now because it takes a few hours for it to warm up. It is from the 80s, so I actually have to run a fan when it's on so that it doesn't overheat. So here we are. Every clip number is written in, and then it is engraved here, and we do batches of each of our clips. So as every yard lead has a lifetime warranty, we repair every single model. So we have the component parts from every model we've made for the last 200 years. And you can see every different model has different clip ends and has different parts that we need. So we have them all here so that we can repair your yard lead for as long as you want to use it for.
After all these steps, the workshop manager, Alex, takes on the final one, polishing. I watch as he carefully brings out the pen's final shine, revealing the craftsmanship behind each step of our tour. Once polished, every element is assembled and inspected. Before leaving this enchanting place, where I felt like I'd stepped into a story by J.M. Barrie, I ask Alex what Yardolet means to him, and by extension to all of us.
Yardolet is an historic company. Its skills have been passed down from generation to generation, from pencil maker to pencil maker, and that's one thing that Yardolet, and we are ever so proud that we are still doing today. So every single item, every single pen and pencil that you see is created by people. We don't own CNC machines, we use traditional skills that are passed down, and something that we're very proud of doing. Every single pencil is created by a craftsman, and so their skills and their heart and their blood and their sweat go into making every single sterling silver pen and pencil, and made here in Birmingham in the UK, and hopefully we will continue to do so and create lots of more exciting new products as well, but always remembering our heritage.